In this screencast, we're going to configure two things. Firstly, we're going to configure search so that we don't return unwanted search results like folder assets, for example. And secondly, we're going to configure metadata within our HTML to ensure that these same unwanted assets aren't searchable by external search engines like Google. So what we have here is just a search page, and we're just searching across this site, so there's only 5 assets in the site. If we search for product, you can see we get 5 results. So 4 of those results are fine, they're just standard pages, but the 5th one, the products folder, we probably don't actually want to return because there's no content on that actual folder asset. Now, it would be pretty easy to exclude that folder asset within Matrix. You could just actually remove folder asset types from the types to search for on the details screen. So we'll just show you that now. So our asset types to search for, we could obviously just remove folder from there. But sometimes you might want to include folders, and also the method we're going to look at works for external search engines. By just clearing that, you're only really working for your matrix search, so it doesn't take into account the external search engines. So what we're going to do is we've got a metadata schema in here, just an internal one, and I need to add a new field in here. So just with the metadata schemas, if you don't know, you need to create just a section to contain your fields in. So I'm just going to call this one robots. And we'll add a new field, and we'll call this one robots, and the field type is going to be select. If we edit that field, we want 3 options in here as per the robots.txt sort of standard. And okay, I'll just punch this in here. So no index, comma, no follow, and we'll just copy that for the value as well. So the first one, no index, no follow, means a search engine shouldn't consider any of the words that are in the document, and it shouldn't follow any of the links that are in the document, so basically the search engine doesn't know about it. Second one, no index, comma, follow, means don't pay attention to any of the content in the page, but if there are any links on that page, you should follow them. And the last one is index, comma, no follow. So the reverse of the last one, yes, pay attention to the content that was within this page, but don't follow any of the links that are in there. So an example of one of these, let's imagine the second option here, no index follow, could be for a sitemap. Within a sitemap, you've got a whole bunch of keywords and a whole bunch of links, but if someone searches for a keyword that's within your sitemap, you don't necessarily want to return the sitemap as a search result because it doesn't really make much sense. But you do want the search engines to crawl all of the links that are on that page. So that's a good example of when you might want to use that option there. So now that we've configured that, I'm just going to apply that to our entire site. And we do that on the schemas screen. Apply that schema there. And just give it a sec to run through the site. So because this is the first metadata schema I'm using on this site, I'll just need to edit the design to include the printing of metadata. So I'm just going to paste in here the standard metadata design area. Okay, and the last step is to actually set one of these values. So on the metadata screen, we just acquire the lock here. And for this products page, we're going to Allow our links to be followed, that's fine, but we just won't index any of the content on this products folder. So that's going to be good for external search engines. That page should pretty much be excluded. And so that's the metadata we want to see in the HTML. Let's just confirm that's being printed out. Open a new tab. View the source. Yep, there we go, perfect. So if search engine comes along and sees that, they're going to ignore this page pretty much. Okay. So now we just want to configure Matrix to use the same system, so that basically you can go through and apply that set of metadata to anywhere in your site. And to do that we need to use an exclude field. So on our configured search page here, we'll go to the search field screen and create a new exclude field called robots. Yep, robots. Then we just need to edit our form. Initial search page layout that'll do. So in here we're going to include a hidden field, and I'll just put it at the top. So this is from the book here. Input name equals queries robots query. Robots being the name that we gave to that exclude field. Value equals no index. Type equals hidden. So what that's saying is for any search that we do, we're just embedding this exclude field into the form, and we're giving the exclude field a value of no index. So whenever a page has a value of no index in that particular metadata field, it's going to exclude it from the search. So we'll save that and just confirm that that's worked for us. Did I not save that matrix? No, matrix doesn't want to save it for me. Let's just give that another go. Nope, everything's gone. This time for sure. That's better, thank you Matrix. Now if we go to our search page, preview that. So fingers crossed, if we search for product, we should see 4 results instead of 5, and we should see the search folder excluded. Aha, lovely. So I think that's one of the most elegant ways to flag particular assets as being assets that you don't want to be searched across. And I guess the reason it's the most elegant is it works for both external search engines and within Matrix, and you don't really need to configure them separately. The robot standard is it is a standard recognized by all search engines. And then it's quite easy to apply it to individual assets, or you could also cascade the metadata across a whole bunch of assets to exclude a whole set of assets from your search.